Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video. My name is Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a pair of replays against Mortar users and show you guys what I use to take them out. So Mortars obviously have been pretty strong recently. People have been using those along with cannons, Teslas, Inferno Towers, Elixir Collectors. Really annoying to deal with. Honestly, it's not as bad for me as xbows, but let's go ahead and check out these two replays, starting off with this first one against David GG. So you can notice as soon as he put that mortar down, I went for a rush on the other side, and even if I don't get to destroy that other tower or do a crazy amount of damage against it, it forced him to respawn on that side, and I can take the mortar out with only one set of troops on the left. If I just tried to go for that mortar right away, he probably just would have used a bunch of defensive cards and taken me out, but because I went to the other side, I was able to do some good tower damage. His mortar actually didn't do anything since it started targeting, I believe, my Dark Prince anyways, and now I've got another push going on the right hand side with my Dark Prince charging that tower, and it's already at 1/3 HP, barely a minute into the battle. So far so good. He does have a 2 elixir advantage with that musketeer coming down the lane. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a prince on it right when it gets near the tower. He's gonna have to respond to that prince, and as soon as he does that, I can drop my barbarians on the left hand side. So again, just making sure to have different threats in the other lane, so his mortar, he just doesn't play protection on it 24/7, which is super annoying. Definitely the most annoying thing inside of the entire game. And yeah, it's really only taking a couple of shots to the tower, and now that our elixir is a little bit closer together, he's actually going to play another pump, and I'm going to go ahead and punish him for that with a couple of goblins. You'll see 2 go for the tower instead of the Inferno Tower because he didn't place it correctly, and that leaves the tower at only 216 HP, which means all I need is either 2 arrows or a princess shot and an arrow, or 2 princess shots. So at this point onward, I'm just going to play defense and go ahead and drop my Inferno Tower right onto that mortar. If you guys have never done that before, you can drop an Inferno right onto a mortar, right onto an xbow, and it will take it out if they don't place anything in front of it. It's really rare, and it'll probably only work one time inside of the game because they'll get smart to it, but you can see I didn't do it for the entire game, and then when I dropped it on him, he didn't expect it, and overall led to a pretty good trade for me. I'm going to drop my arrows and hit that king tower because I know it doesn't really matter going forward into the future. I just need one more set of arrows to take out that tower anyways, and sitting at 30 seconds left, we're just going to play defense as he goes on the offensive with troops, and he's not really going to be able to do that much damage to the tower. A really nicely played baby dragon to take out that princess instead of dropping it onto the mortar, and I drop a good game because this one is all but over with that mortar inside of the center. Princess is going to go down and shoot down those barbarians. At this point, I realized he didn't have arrows the entire game, which was sort of silly, but arrows on the tower to take him out. That's going to be a good game. 1 tower to 0 against David GG, and a pretty well played game from the beginning. Even though I didn't have a double Dark Prince combo from the very start, I still was able to get some good damage off in the very beginning, counter most of his pushes, and he really only had a couple of mortar shells hit my tower throughout the entire game. So overall, really well done. And let's go ahead and check out this second replay against Amadeus, I don't even know how to say it, and he is going to be another mortar user. Now again, mortar up front, which means I'm going to go for a push down the right hand side. That was actually a really risky princess to drop. If I dropped it maybe 1 or 2 tiles upwards, the mortar would have just taken it out in one shot. So again, pushing on the right, drop some goblins on the left to take care of that mortar. I'm going to drop a dragon just a second late. I should have dropped it up closer and taken those barbarians out earlier, so because of that, they will get a couple of hits off against my tower, but still really not too shabby. And from this point forward, just going to have to play a little bit more cautiously until he drops that elixir collector, which means we're going to go crazy on the tower. A lot of people have been using these elixir collectors. Honestly, it's pretty easy to punish as long as you have the right cards at the right time. Unless you get really unlucky with your 4 starting cards, usually I'm able to take those elixir collector users out. Looks like he's going to drop another mortar, which is really tough, especially once your first tower goes down. I can attack that mortar from both sides. Prince did almost 3 or 2/3 damage to that king tower, and so far so good. I'm going to drop the laugh because honestly, these mortar players, really not the most fun thing to play against, so when you're able to take them out pretty easily, it's pretty fun. But anyways, arrow's gonna go down, take out that princess, get some damage onto the elixir collector as well as the king tower for an awesome trade right there. And again, sort of just sitting back. I don't have to force the issue, but I decided to anyways just because the tower was already so low. He's gonna play an Inferno Tower onto my dragon. Looks like it's gonna die just at the last second. Prince is gonna charge at that elixir collector, ending up rendering it useless. His minion horde will take out my prince before it gets any damage on the tower, but still, a princess will be able to take out those minions before they damage my tower. Another mortar going down on the left-hand side, and at this point, I'm just thirsty for their 3 crown. I really just wanted to push the right-hand side, but I knew no reason in trying to lose the game. He's going to drop a princess onto my princess. Pretty well played. I will drop my arrows before it takes it out, though. Dark Prince will take out that cannon, giving my princess just a little bit more life. And again, we're just going for the massive push down the right-hand side. While it might seem a little bit silly, why it might be better to go for defense, honestly, keeping up this pressure in the right-hand lane serves pretty well. I actually had 2 princes go down right there. One did end up dying. Dark Prince is going to go down the right-hand lane again. Mortar's going to get distracted by some of my other troops, and again, once you take out one of these Mortar or Expo users' first tower, there's almost nothing that they can do towards the end, because you can hit them from both sides, and the other side of the map is almost completely useless to them, seeing as you could literally just drop Barbarians right on top of their building. Okay, so one more push down the right. He did get our tower to 152 HP. He's going to drop another mortar, desperately trying to get that first crown for the game. We're going to charge that tower as a cannon goes down, and with a single second left, time will expire, giving us the 1 crown to 0 victory. So overall, pretty well done. Again, make sure you guys are pressuring other lanes when playing the mortar, because if you pressure the other lane, even if you don't take out your opponent's tower or do a crazy amount of damage, you'll at least force them to respond, and then you can drop just one set of troops to take out the mortar on the other side. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.